I had been working on this project since around May of this year as a Christmas gift from my friend Hunter. I knew I was going to paint something, I just didn't know what that something was going to be. Yet. Like, what would he even want? What would speak to him? What is something that he could cherish? What would make him feel something every time he looked at it? These were the questions that I had to answer without his help. Fortunately, those were easy to answer. He is always showing me new pictures of his cat every time I see him. So I thought, his cat! I need to paint his cat! But as you can see, that is not quite what this turned out to be. Originally, I was thinking of doing another realistic cat portrait. After all, I could really use another one of those in my portfolio. This could be something that he would cherish, but it probably wouldn't make him feel something every time he saw it. Next, I thought, his family loves Disney. Why don't I paint his cat as a Disney character? Well, if I'm going to do that, I don't want it to be a simple portrait. What is something I could paint his cat doing? From there, my thought process went something like, he loves Star Wars. Maybe he'd find it funny if his cat was a stormtrooper, or maybe even dressed like Darth Vader. Well, the cat's name is Loki, so maybe I should do something with Marvel instead. Wait a minute. Would this be a copyright violation? I'm pretty sure this would be fair use, but I don't want to upset the all-powerful mouse now, do I? Ooh, do I even want to attempt it? What can I have this cat do? I may see pictures of his cat all the time, but I don't know the cat's personality well enough to have him do something that would be instantly recognizable as his cat. So it was at this point that I enlisted the help of his sister in designing this painting. Unfortunately, she had as much of an idea of what to do as I did. She did give me a direction to go, though. Loki's favorite spot to lay down is on top of their grill. Okay, I can work with that. I'll paint Loki laying down his favorite spot. Or better yet, I'll paint him fleeing from his spot with his tail on fire. Yeah. I remember him showing me some pictures of him pretending to cook his cat, so this could work. Again, as you can see, this is not what I ended up painting. By this point, at around the beginning of September, I think it was, I decided it was past time to start designing this character. In order to create a cartoon character, it is very helpful to have at least a basic understanding of the anatomy of what you want to stylize. So, referencing a bunch of pictures of random cats, I practiced drawing them realistically. Once I started to feel confident in what I was drawing, only then did I start practicing stylizing them. I wasn't getting the results I wanted there, so I started practicing drawing the characters from the Aristocats. Since I wanted a Disney-like look, this helped a ton. While attending my last festival of the year at the start of October, I think it was, I was a little bored while waiting for the festival to open. I decided to practice drawing stylized cats by doing caricatures of all my friends. When I finished Hunters, that's when I had my aha moment. I knew exactly what I was going to paint. This was one of those rare times where I didn't even need to do a bunch of thumbnail drawings and color sketches to know what I will paint. This painting was finished the moment it popped in my head. Even when I tried to see what else I could do, nothing looked as good as the first. When I showed his sister and another mutual friend of ours, they agreed. It was perfect, and that was what I needed to do. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I make the choices I made? Well, I wanted to symbolize different aspects of our friendship. When I met him, his hair was dyed a dark blue, so I decided the background should be blue. Plus, the blue really made the character pop. The relaxed claw. Whenever my brother and I tease him, he tends to pull his pocket knife out and just, oh so casually threaten us. My brother and I find it hysterical, so I just had to include it somehow. The expression I gave him. This is what really sells it that it was him who I painted and not his cat. He has this habit of making this expression, reminiscent of Flynn Rider, in every selfie he sends us. So much so that my brother has created an album of them. What's funny is that once he found out about my brother's album, he stopped sending him his selfies. So we just started sending them to my brother to add to his collection. I think he finds it amusing, honestly. You know, art isn't always about appealing to the many. Sometimes it's about creating something deeply personal, something that speaks to just one person. This painting wasn't easy. It took months of thought, trial and error, and a lot of frustration along the way. But that's the beauty of art. It's a journey, not just a result. And sometimes that journey takes time. Time to think, time to experiment, and time to make something that truly matters. I'm editing this video before I give him the painting, but I won't post this video until sometime after Christmas, so I don't know how he will react yet. But I'm pretty sure I have accomplished my goal, a painting that he will cherish and make him feel something every time he sees it. I loved working on this project, and I want to keep sharing more stories like this with you in the future. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more behind the scenes of my art, hit those like and subscribe buttons. It really helps, and I'd love to have you along for the journey. See you in the next one.